Criterion fans, today is the day of the Criterion flash sale. It begins at noon Eastern time and will run, presumably, for 24 hours. Criterion let some of their customers know in an email yesterday, and they noted that if you've pre-ordered Inland Empire, which comes out today, then you will get some money credited back to your account because that is also going to be in this sale. The flash sale is a perfect time to pick up some titles that you've wanted for a long time at 50% off. Now, unfortunately, Criterion only have this open to people within the United States. So if you're outside of the US, like myself, it's more difficult to take part in this sale. You could use a shipping forwarding service, or you could use friends or family who live in the US to accept the package and then they send it on to you, but it's more effort and it's more expensive. Importing Criterions to the UK is expensive, but there are some options. If you head over to eBay and look for Boutique Home Video, they sell some already imported Criterions, and if you buy them from them, you'll receive it within just a couple of days to your doorstep. Anyway, the sale itself will be running for 24 hours, and on this very YouTube channel I have a ton of videos that I've made over the years recommending individual Criterion titles to pick up. So I've created a new playlist of 25 videos which I'll link in the description and the comments of this video. So if you've got some spare time over the next day or so, you can put some of my videos on in the background and perhaps pick up one or two recommendations for this sale. But I couldn't just leave you without any recommendations now, so I've got 4 films here to recommend to you. The first of which is one that I am wanting to rewatch very soon, because I've seen it many times, but it's been at least a year, maybe 2 years since I last saw this. It's Sex, Lies and Videotape. This is the directorial debut from Steven Soderbergh. It won the Palme d'Or at Cannes Film Festival, and it's a very impressive debut. It's a film all about voyeurism and longing and the nature of relationships and the nature of loneliness as well, as if you feel like you're being shunned by romantic partners or potential romantic partners. It's a very complex film, and in its own way it is thrilling while it's not a thriller. It's a great release from Criterion. It looks brilliant on the 4K digital restoration, tons of special features, and quite an interesting, peculiar packaging choice if you end up picking this one up. Next up, another favourite of mine, which I don't think I've talked about on the channel recently, Black Narcissus, from the powerhouse duo that was Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger, along with Jack Cardiff on the Technicolor cinematography. It's a film about a group of nuns who are stationed on mission in the Himalayan mountains. So they are isolated, cut off from society, except for a few other people that are around. And it's all about faith and kind of testing one's faith. And it's just a very good film about isolation and one's purpose in life, and are they on the right track in life, which I think many people, I know I can certainly relate to that idea. It's a beautiful looking film, incredible cinematography, amazing use of matte paintings to create the scenery and the environment for this film. Just one of my all-time favourites, with some very out there moments, scary moments in fact. So I absolutely love this film, and I recommend it to you for this sale. Now for a modern film within the Criterion Collection that I think is amazing, it's Minding the Gap. This is a documentary from 2018, and you could say it's just a film about skateboarding and skateboarders, but that's like saying that Hoop Dreams is just about basketball, which is to say that these films are not about those sports, they are just the container for the story which follows the central people, these central characters. It's a truly touching story about finding one's place in this life. Again, another thing that I think most of us can relate to. The world is very strange, and we hook on to these passions. You know, for me it's film, for these guys it's skateboarding, as a way to find meaning through life. So that's why it resonates with me, and it's just very, very well made. On the disc as well, you get some special features that look at the filmmakers and the people in the film some years on after making this film. So it's interesting to see, how they're doing after this film. So just a great addition, one I recommend to any fans of documentary films who collect Criterion films. And another dear favourite film of mine that I want to recommend to you for this flash sale is Ashes and Diamonds, the film from Andrzej Wajda. This is a classic of Polish cinema. The film is set at the end of World War II in Poland, and we follow this resistance fighter who is tasked with killing this high-up official, but he then comes to question exactly what he's doing in life when he also meets this love interest. And again, one of those films that I can relate to because it is about questioning, are you on the right path in life, or is there a better option for you? There's also a very interesting dynamic to the setting in this film because it is set at the end of World War II, which would be a moment for rejoicing, but also it's bittersweet because the end of World War II means the Nazis are clearing out of Poland, but it also leaves Poland open for occupation by Russian forces on the borders. So it's also eerily prescient, perhaps, and a film that always, impacts me when I watch it. Not only that, but the 4K restoration looks brilliant on this Blu-ray. There's a commentary, there's a video essay on here, so there's a lot to get into. And it's a film that reminds me of so many different kinds of films. At times it reminds me of Casablanca, and then at other times it reminds me of the style of the New Wave movements, the French New Wave, Czech New Wave, which would follow in the following decade after this film. So a very interesting film, very stylish film, and Zbigniew Cybulski often gets compared to James Dean because he has that style, he has that look, and he just gives a brilliant central performance in this film. So one I wholeheartedly recommend to anyone during this Criterion flash sale. So enjoy the Criterion flash sale if you are able to take part in it. And as I said, I have a playlist of recommendations for Criterion films that I've made over the years. So if you want more from me, just click the playlist that is presented on screen right now and it will take you to those videos. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.